Every day in the USA, people find themselves in court.
Kristen Marie Sauve, 267-245-7818, and B and C. Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor. James Britton, P758773, appearing on behalf of the defendant, Kristen Silva, who's standing to my right.
Ma'am, your name?
Kristen Silva.
Good morning to you both. So she pled guilty to operating while impaired. The prosecutor dismissed the OWI, the open index, and the speeding, and she was referred for a screening and assessment. Have you had a chance to review the report with her, and are there any material additions, corrections, or deletions?
There are, on Your Honor, if I had the opportunity to review it with my client, she agrees there are no additions, corrections, or deletions.
Okay, anything that you would like to say on her behalf?
Yes, Your Honor. We would ask just that the court take into consideration the totality of the circumstances here and the defendant that we have before us. She has no prior history, no criminal or traffic history. The police report indicates that she was cooperative. She showed minor signs of impairment. She had negative HGM tests. She's able to walk and stand, but she did show some signs of impairment, including a 0.10 and a 0.173 on her data mask. Despite those readings, there was no allegations of dangerous driving. There was no accident. There was no injury. It was just not related to speed. She did have the probation screening. Probation found that she had no history of alcohol abuse treatment and drug abuse treatment, no history of illicit drug use. She's got no history of blackouts, violence, with depression related to alcohol use. The recommendation was limited to education, community service, and victims impact panel, which we believe to be appropriate. This circumstance that we find ourselves here on today is very inconsistent with this defendant's life. She has been steadily employed for decades. She has worked for most of that time as a nurse, assisting people in our community. For the last several years, she's been working with the Veterans Administration as a registered nurse in their cardiac unit. She has 4 children and is married. 2 of those children have served with the country through the, I believe it is the Air Force. One is actually still on active duty right now. She does accept responsibility and understands how serious this incident was and how serious it could have been. It's already shown to have a profound impact on her life and could have employment ramifications as well. For those reasons, I believe she clearly understands how serious this is. I believe she's very, very unlikely, more so than most of my clients, not to be back here again. For most reasons, we would ask the court to follow the recommendation of probation, limit the sentencing to focus primarily on the education and rehabilitation rather than the punitive conditions, beyond, of course, what's necessary to ensure that this defendant doesn't show up here again.
Anything you'd like to say, ma'am?
If you take accountability for my actions, I have done greatly and defendant. I'll never be back in this situation.
All right, you're 47. You've never had a prior. You had a relatively low, I mean, it's in excess of the legal limit, but you had 0.10 and 0.103, and you scored in category 1 on the alcohol and drug use portion, which tells us you have no problem. And there's a presumption that you not be placed on probation pursuant to statute. And I'm not going to place you on probation. If there was ever a case that I thought somebody didn't deserve it, based on what the law is, and it's not the law that I wrote, but nonetheless, 300 fines, 300 costs, 75 victims' rights, $50 justice assessment, 6 1/4. Screening fees, 60 for 685. I'm sorry, 785, and then you have cost of recovery 150, 935 3 days jail, credit 1, serve 2. I'll let you serve those by way of community service, and you have to have your community service of 16 hours completed by June the 30. Attend the victim's impact panel, or 93 days if you violate. So as long as you do those 2 things, you'll be done with the case. And the sooner the better. You have 21 days to appeal, 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer for purposes of appeal. Do you understand that, ma'am? Does she have all this to pay, or does she need time?
I can pay to the center.
Okay, so you pay now. Probation will meet with her, and you'll go from there. I sincerely wish you well. Good to have you here, Mr. Britton.
Good to see you.
Take care. You too. Thanks a lot. Good luck, ma'am.
Thank
Gustavo Ruben Mazzolini. This is 26F 265 769. Do I have any one of the victims here? Do I have any one of the victims here? Charlene Lindsay was one of the victims. Is she here by chance? And also Vanessa Messenger. Okay. Defendant pled guilty under section 771.1 to the charge of window peeping, and he was referred for a pre-sentence report. Your name, sir?
Gustavo Mazzolini.
All right, Mr. Granada, your appearance again.
Peter Granada, P78413. I'm an agent counsel for Mr. Muffin.
So the agreement was that the plea be taken under the provisions of section 771.1. Have you had a chance to review the report with your client? And are there any material additions, corrections, or deletions?
Yes, I did review it. No additions, fractions, or corrections.
Anything you would like to say on his behalf?
Yes, sir. I did get a chance to talk to Mr. Mazzolini, and just to tell us something about him. He is actually been doing manufacturing of RV components. He helps troubleshoot. So when people call in with issues related to their RVs, he helps them through those problems. He's been doing that for about 3 years. He has a high school diploma from Harrison High School in Harrison, New Jersey. He is single, 1 child, 17-year-old. The dude has weekend custody. He is renting right now in Flat Rock, but he is moving, I believe, to a new place in Trenton that will remove him from immediate proximity of the complainants in this case. And we would ask the court to consider that prior to sentencing.
Sir, anything you would like to say before I sentence you?
That's right. One last thing, Your Honor.
Sure.
Mr. Mazzolini has no criminal history.
Okay. Anything you would like to say, sir?
Because if I were you, I was the storm was locked and I had a lapse of judgment, which is why I did what I did. I was trying to find them. I wasn't thinking at that time. But I mean, bro, I mean, I haven't done anything. I just really try to, keep my life out of the law.
So I read that. So you're telling me you were looking in these windows because you were looking for the kids that were throwing things at you?
Yeah. I wasn't picking up. I was angry, and it's not the first incident that happened in those apartments. But it from the complex next over.
You just can't be peering into people's windows.
No, I understand that.
You're telling me you were doing that only to try to find these kids?
I thought they went into one of those apartments. And I mean, I'm not saying I didn't do anything wrong. No, I was angry at the time. It was a lack of judgment.
12 months probation. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate any law or ordinance. You're not to enter or go near 24805 Mayfair in Flat Rock. You're not to enter 24805 Mayfair in the city of Flat Rock. You are not to enter the property address or go near 24801 Flat Rock. I'm sorry, Mayfair, in Flat Rock. You're not to have any contact with Charlene Lindsay or Vanessa Messenger. You cannot write, phone, see, text, email them, or phone them, or have anybody else do any of those things for you or on your behalf. So no contact with the victims. You're not to go near those residents' addresses. You're to serve 2 days on the court work program and pay $35 a day for that, for a total of 70. They fines 100, costs 50, 75 victim rights, $50 justice assessment. Your total there amounts to $275 plus a screening fee of $60 for $335, probation fees of $240 for $575, your court work program fees, and $40 in attorney fees amount to $685. I'm going to take you at your word. You can't be peering into people's windows, though. $685. You pay that, you stay out of trouble. You come back for your review hearing date. Prosecutor offered this under 771. If you are compliant, the case will be dismissed on motion of the prosecutor. Heather, do you have a review hearing date for me?
That will be May 13th of 27.
May 13th of 27. Okay, sir. At 8:30 in the morning. You may be eligible for early discharge, but you would have to get with the prosecutor and make sure that he's still willing to dismiss that. They typically are. So after 6 months, you may be eligible for early discharge. Your lawyer will explain that. Don't come back here, okay? Do you have all this to pay? Okay, so you can go down the hall, pay that, and then you'll meet with the probation department, okay?
Okay.
Any questions?
The change of, since I'm moving tomorrow, like, get the.
You notify probation of that change of address when you go talk to them. You're going to meet with them this morning, okay? All right, best of luck. Go down the hall, get your review hearing date, your payment, and then go over to probation where you'll speak with them, all right? Best of luck. Who do you have, deputy, on the left there, sir?
Morning, Judge McNally. I see you got an assistant to your left today.
Yeah, she's helping me out in case I get stuck on anything.
That's right. I got a different individual, William Mulhern. It's kind of early. I just didn't know if you all could see him just yet, so I just logged in. I saw the
Thank you very
partner.
much. I'd like you to bring in Mr. Mulhern. Can you have that come in?
Yep.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, Judge. Mulhern? Yeah, down here. Yeah, come on down. So you're gonna take that tray and you're gonna sit down to the left. Don't eat on camera. I don't know what this is, man.
Good morning. People against William Walter Mulhern, 24W833054. Your name?
William Mulhern.
How you doing, Bill?
Hanging in there.
I want to get you out of there today.
Why?
I want you to go into treatment, though.
I only got 7 days left. I got to get home to Ginger. I've been doing my AA and NA, reading my Bible. I'm blessed, believe me. You had me scared to death. God, I
What's
did
that?
nothing wrong. You had me scared to death. I didn't know this was going to happen.
Didn't know what was going to happen.
This hearing.
Well, I was just trying to help you out here.
I know, but I go home in a week.
All right, your name. He doesn't want to go into treatment, it sounds like.
I think when I spoke with you, his out date is May 21. Inpatient treatment, maybe whether to go to DWIN or even his own insurance would be.
I know. So you've been in there now for about, correct me, 32 days?
I don't know, Your Honor. All I know is I've been blessed. You don't know how much. That's why I didn't tell you how much you saved my life and hers until after you sentenced me. You did your job. I didn't finish. I know what I got to do. I am the one who's had the problem. You've done everything you could do. That program works 100%. I just needed a little more time to. When I looked into her eyes after that last time, I'm good. I don't ever want to hurt her again. That poor woman doesn't deserve a sentence that she didn't do. I did it.
Heather, I want you to prepare an amended commitment. And I want to release him right now. That's what I'm going to do. You gotta promise me you're gonna follow through and
Start
start,
back
still
judge, it'll
keep
be
getting
to tell
yourself
people what to do.
some help. You come
So
and
you let
see
him
us on
release-
a status review, sobriety court status review sometime, please.
Oh,
We're doing it.
I'm gonna come back and tell them people how blessed they are to be in that program. That
We
program.
have it Tuesday, have it Tuesday afternoon at 3 or Wednesday mornings at 7:30. We just had it yesterday and Tuesday, so it's either Tuesday afternoon, 2 weeks from let's see. That would be on the, yeah, so you could come in here on the 26th in the afternoon or the 27th in the morning. I'm getting you out of there. Go home. Recommit yourself, Bill.
Oh, that's all I've been. This is a whole different ballgame now. This program's about honesty and being honest with yourself in the world. People matter, man. That's all I can say. Thank you for what you did for me. You don't know what you did. If I would have done a year, I would still say thank you. You saved my life and hers. You don't know what you done for her, and she wasn't even in this program.
All right, you're okay.
I know. I know where I'm going now. You don't. I didn't want you to think I said all this before I was sentenced to try and get out of anything. I know what I did.
I never.
But I wanted you to know that I appreciate what you've done.
I
Everybody
never thought
does.
that about you. We'll get you out of there real quick. Either prepare that amended commitment, releasing him immediately. Can you knock on the door to
Okay.
the deputy? I'm going to have him start getting you ready.
Hello? He's coming.
Okay, thanks, Bill. Sit down a second, okay?
Yep. You wouldn't believe how blessed I am. I've had people coming to help Ginger while I'm in here. It's unbelievable. If I wasn't in this program, they would have never come around.
I get it.
It's just,
Things happen in
you
life.
don't even know how blessed. She's so happy now.
Well,
I want to see her heard.
Deputy, I just want to thank you very much for putting him in there. Okay, you're the different from the last one. And yes, my granddaughter, guy got stuck. She made the decision on this one. So we're going to release him. We're sending over paperwork right now on the amended commitment to have Mr. Mulhern released. He's a good man. Okay? Thank you so thank you so much. Have a great day, Deputy.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mr. Mulhern.
God bless
See
you.
you soon. Good luck.
Oh,
And I'm afraid.
People against John, Freddie, Arango, Canonis, 26F245-835A. And that's it. All right. Good morning.
Peter, P78413, MIDC counsel for Mr. Orengo.
All right. Ms. Villarreal, your name?
Yes, Your Honor, Evelyn Villarreal, certified court interpreter,
All right.
C3 agent.
All right. Raise your right hand, please. You solemnly swear or affirm that you'll make a true and accurate translation between the court and the defendant and Mr. Granada.
Yes, that's.
All right. Sir, can you tell me your name, please?
Oh,
John Freddie
Orango.
Your client pled guilty to the charge of operating while impaired. That was back on April the 30th. He was referred for a screening and assessment. The OWI, drive while unlicensed, and disregard a traffic for avoiding a traffic control device were all dismissed.
Yes, sir.
All right. Have you had a chance to review the report with your client? And are there any material additions, corrections, or deletions?
I did, and others.
Anything that you would like to say on his behalf?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Orengo is self-employed. He's been doing landscaping work ever since he came to the country from Colombia about 2.5 years ago. He also does metal collection, for scrap metal. He's been doing that as well, and he is the sole provider for his family. He has a 16-year-old boy and a 12-year-old boy. He's married. He's currently disabled because of an accident where he actually amputated one of his fingers at the first knuckle and severely injured one of the other fingers. So he is unable to work and do the type of landscaping work that he would normally do until he recovers. He would ask the court to consider that as far as the timing of the fines that he must pay, because he needs to recover before he can go back to work. I believe that Mr. Arango was deeply remorseful for what happened. I believe this was a one-off situation, is not symptomatic of Mr. Arango, and we would also like the court to consider that. Also, Mr. Arango would like to actually address the court about his background and what got him to this country and what the kind of troubles that he's been going through.
Okay. Anything you would like to say, sir?
Bien, señor, algo que usted le gustaría decir.
Señor juez, Dios lo bendiga.
Yes, Your Honor. May God bless you.
Cristiano que soy, con mi esposa, mi familia, estaba hablando de su familia.
I'm Christian, so is my wife, my family, and we have been praying for you and your family.
Y pues, de verdad yo pienso que lo que hice, lo que hay un montón.
And truthfully, I'm so sorry for what I did because I'm not someone who really drinks.
La verdad yo vine a este país no para hablar, vine a sacar a mi familia.
And I didn't come to this country to be a drunk. I came to this country so that my family would be able to do better.
Que ya lo veía, y mi mamá, de verdad, no se puede salir de ella.
Because over there in my country, a band of guerrillas killed my mother and two brothers.
The what?
A band of guerrillas killed my mother and my two brothers, and I had to escape the country.
Y por eso estoy aquí, en mi casa, que estoy conocido por la ONU,
And that's why I'm here.
y tengo un niño también que sube, because of me.
So now I have a 16-year-old son that is an epileptic.
Y yo le pido a la verdad que no hacer,
Quite honestly, I ask forgiveness for having been drinking that day. It's not something that I normally do. We attend a Christian church.
le pido de favor que si me van a dar trabajo, y traigo saldo con mi pasaporte, para que me permita trabajar.
And I ask please that if you're going to sentence me to community service, that you allow me to do it through my church by contacting my pastor.
Okay.
Le pido perdón por cada vez que sí,
I ask to forgive me and to please take into consideration the condition that my hand is in and what I'm going through right now.
muchas gracias.
And thank you very much.
I'm going to place you on probation for 9 months.
What it is.
You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court.
Se puede salir del estado de Michigan sin que no tenga el permiso. Está todo.
You cannot violate any law or ordinance.
Usted no puede violar ninguna ley o reglamento.
If you change your address, your place of employment, or home telephone number,
Si usted cambia de dirección, del número de teléfono o del lugar donde usted trabaja,
you do have to notify the probation department.
usted tiene que notificar al Departamento de Libertad Condicional de Mercado.
No alcohol.
No se permite que usted se alcohólico.
You cannot purchase, possess, or consume alcohol,
No,
marijuana, or illegal controlled substances.
usted no puede ni comprar, ni estar en posesión, ni usar alcohol, ni marihuana, ni alguna sustancia ilegal.
Kratom, poppy seeds, and CBD oils are prohibited.
Y tampoco se permite que usted use algún
If-
crema,
if you-
loción que tenga.
If you consume food or other items containing those substances, it will be deemed a violation.
Así que si usted consume o utiliza alguna de esas cremas o algo de bebida que contiene algo de droga, se considera una violación.
I'm in order that you submit to chemical testing, PBTs, and ETGs monthly or more on demand of probation.
Así que voy a ordenar que estar sujeto a pruebas para el uso de alcohol que sean de aliento o de sangre una vez al mes, tal como se lo pide el Departamento de Libertad.
In order that you attend a level 1 alcohol education program.
Y también voy a ordenar que usted tenga que asistir el programa de educación de alcohol nivel 1
with the Victims Impact Panel.
y que también usted participe en el panel de impacto de víctimas.
I'm going to order 4 days jail with credit for 1, but I'll let you serve the 3 by way of community service.
Voy a ordenar 4 días en la cárcel Le voy a dar crédito por un día, los otros 3 días voy a permitir que usted los sirva haciendo servicio comunitario.
That has to be completed by July 20.
Y usted necesita haber cumplido ese trabajo para el 20 de julio a lo más tardar.
Pay fines 300,
300 en multas.
cost 250, 75 victims' rights fee, $50 justice assessment. So that amounts to $675. There's a $60 screening fee for $735.
Y que llevamos un otro
Probation fees are $180 for $915.
por-
There's attorney fees of $40 for $955. And your cost of recovery is $225, bringing your total to $1,180. If you violate probation, your probation could be revoked and you could be incarcerated for 93 days. You have 21 days to appeal, 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer.
Your Honor, if I may,
Hang on one second. I'm going to ask you to approach Mr. Granada, Sadie, and I'm going to ask you to continue attending AANA 1 time per week until you were in the level 1 alcohol education program. You understand all that, sir?
Yes, I got it.
Then you may be eligible for early discharge. You do everything. In 4.5 months, you're eligible for early discharge by filing a petition. And again, you have 21 days to appeal and 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer for purposes of appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes,
Okay.
Your Honor,
but I'm not going to appeal.
Okay.
Based on his injury, I would ask the court if he could delay the starting of his payment plan until his hand recovers to the point where he can go back to work.
I'll just save $50 per week and I'll start that. I don't know how long it's going to take, but I'll just start it on August the 7th.
Perfect. That's perfect.
Okay? And if you don't have the money, no problem. Call the court. We'll go on Zoom or come up here. I'll give you an extension. Okay? Do you understand all that? Do you have any questions?
Muchas gracias. Seguiremos hablando con tu familia y por todas las autoridades de este país.
No, just thank you very much, and I will continue to pray, not just for this court, but all people in authority in this country.
Good luck, sir. Thank you very much.
And I ask you to forgive me for everything.
You're fine. Good luck.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
Thank you. You too. Thanks so much, Ms. Villarreal.
Gustavo checked the windows late at night. He claimed the kids who threw the snow took flight. But peering in the glass is not the way. The judge said there is a heavy price to pay. A year of strict probation and a fee. The judge declared